I'm going to suggest something in this presentation about that might sort of startle you when I first say it. But if you're willing to do what I'm going to suggest, you'll immediately get a huge jump in your personal productivity. You'll be amazed at how much progress you can make with one decision. And the decision is, don't have an office. And here's the reason why I would like you to consider this. And the reason is because I've done without an office for more than 25 years. And one day I sat down and said, how am I actually of value to my company? How am I actually of value to my clients in the Strategic Coach program? And I came up with three answers. I'm really valuable because I come up with new ideas for thinking about being an entrepreneur in the form of concepts or in the form of thinking tools that really comprise the Strategic Coach program. And the second thing I get, I'm very good, I'm very valuable to the whole operation is my coaching. So I'm actually in a workshop actually coaching, large numbers of entrepreneurs. And I spend quite a number of days every year actually doing this. And the third activity that I do, which is very, very valuable, to the onward success of our company, and is very, very valuable to the progress of our clients, is that I do marketing. So, for example, what I'm doing right now, I'm in a video studio, and I'm recording, and I have an audio studio, and I do audio recordings, and I do webinars. So when I looked at each of those activities, the creation of new materials, the coaching, and the marketing, not a single one of them involved having an office. And so I began to realize that everything that's really important about my role, everything that actually produces big results in terms of income, in terms of reputation for the company, none of them have anything to do with my office. So why would I want to have an office? So what I realized that I was using my office to hide from doing those three activities. If I went in my office, then I wouldn't be, forced to coach and create new materials and market. So I said, I wonder if I'm the only person who hides from opportunity when I go into the office. And the reason I asked that, because the moment I walk into my office, I'm immediately distracted by the enormous amount of stuff that's in my office. There's papers and reports and magazines I haven't read, and files, and I'm an extremely disorderly person. And most of the entrepreneurs I know, when it comes to having a neat office, they need someone else in charge to do it. And so I said, isn't it interesting that I go into my office to be distracted? It's almost like I can kind of hide from everything that's going on. And so I started exploring this, and I've convinced hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs that this is really the best way for them to go into the future. And there's not been one of them who took the action to actually get rid of their office who didn't come back to me and say, that's amazing how much simpler and clearer I am about being an entrepreneur, and incredibly more productive when I gave up my office. And so the question comes back, well, I have to meet people, and I have to, important people come to see me, prospects come to see me, clients come to see me, customers come to see me. And I said, well, that's good. You can have a meeting room, but a meeting room isn't the same thing as an office. And so have a beautiful meeting room, make it really comfortable, have really wonderful chairs. I find that round tables work better than square tables. And, have some very, very, luxurious leather reclining chairs, swivel chairs, have a beautiful, beautiful desk. but don't have anything else in the room. And they said, well, what about all my pictures and credentials and, all my diplomas and all my pictures of being photographed? And I said, do you really think that people are impressed by that stuff these days? I mean, I said, this has something to do with your own thinking about yourself. It doesn't have anything to do with what other people are thinking. And I said, no, just have a beautiful place where they can come. But the whole point is, this is not your room. I mean, if you want to use the room for working, make sure you have phone jacks, make sure, you have your, you can set up your computer in there. But at the end of every day, that meeting room just goes back to being a meeting room. Nothing gets left in it. There's no stuff. And so we're living in a world now which is really being increasingly integrated with advanced communication technologies. And in fact, the whole world, with the internet, the whole world is your office. And and so it's not a physical space anymore. It's just you have important things to do. And I think in the way that I did it, where I just calculated what were my 3 most important activities, I think you should do the same thing. And I will bet anything that not one of your 3 most important activities requires you to have an office. And what you'll notice is that being free of the distractions of your office and the concerns about status and credibility, if you just get rid of those, you'll focus far, far more on the activities that are really being more important. And you'll notice this huge jump in focus, huge jump in creativity, and a huge jump in productivity. So no more office.